The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
What's up? Let's just get this started because we're starting late. Let's go. Pick it up.
It's a podcast. Podcasts start whenever people click play.
Start it up. Let's go.
Doesn't
roll
matter.
it up. Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Today was warm. You can talk about your weather. And you're on video.
Warm.
You're showing off your guns. You've been working out. You hit the gym today?
No, I've gotten fatter, actually. I weighed myself. I got a little chunkier.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you weighed yourself. That's the first step towards making some changes.
No, it's just that when it's cold. Sorry, I don't like to walk when it's like 12 degrees or 22 degrees outside. That's not enjoyable. When it's windy.
Hit the treadmill. Hit the treadmill.
Oh, fuck off. I don't want to hit the treadmill.
You can watch
No,
TV
I did it today. No, I'll walk today. I'll walk tomorrow. If it doesn't rain, I'll walk Thursday. But I think it's supposed to be like 3 inches of rain. But so that probably won't happen. No, whatever. Let's just talk some stuff.
Talk some stuff.
Yeah, I guess we got to talk football.
You talk about the football games that happened over the weekend?
I guess. Why not?
Okay.
Start it up, I guess. Pick the games.
Right. Baltimore stomped Houston.
They did. I mean, Houston's still a good team, but yeah, I mean, Baltimore's the most complete team in football, and they did what they were supposed to do. I mean, they knew how to shut down Stroud. I mean, Houston's going to be fine because they have like $800 million of cap space, and they've got Tank Dell coming back next year. They'll be fine, and they'll probably end up signing like one of the 97 running backs that are free agents, like Josh Jacobs or Saquon or something like that, and they're going to be fine. They're somebody I'd definitely buy stock in right now. So they're very good. But yeah, Baltimore was just too good. But I mean, when it was 10-10 at halftime, you thought like maybe Houston could do something, but it was never really meant to be.
It was not meant to be. The rest of the games were really close and exciting. San Francisco eked out a win against Green Bay. No Deebo Samuel.
I mean, Green Bay should have won the game. It was more Green Bay lost the game, not San Francisco won. I mean, San Francisco was not. You disagree? No. Darnell Savage, your boy from Maryland, has hands of fucking stone and dropped an easy pick six. Yeah. Carlson, who was a dog shit kicker, missed like his 27th field goal. Mm-hmm. That was embarrassing. Like, and there was a couple. Wasn't there? There was a fourth down that Green Bay went for that they definitely got. And the spot was terrible, and they gave it to the Niners.
I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't know? Did you not watch the fucking game?
I don't remember every play like you do.
Okay, I'm just saying. You really think that San Francisco won that game?
They did, in fact, win the game.
I'm saying. Have you ever heard the fucking saying?
I know.
You're such
it's
a
fine.
fucking idiot.
I
do you really think San Francisco deserved to win
concept.
that game? What I'm asking you is, do you really think San Francisco deserved to win that game?
San Francisco is one of the best teams in football.
Fine. Did they deserve to win the game? You're not answering my fucking question. Did they deserve to win the game?
They deserve to win, yes.
Answer the question, yes or no?
They made the plays that Green Bay did.
Oh, you're so full of shit. All right, you know what? I can't do this. If you're just gonna,
they deserve.
So you think San Francisco deserved to win the game? You're insane.
Yeah, they were a deserving team.
They were not the better team.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. They were not the better. They might be the better team.
They
played the games. They were not the better team. Oh my god.
Okay. So they went. It says something when you don't have your best. When you do not have your best. Oh, you mean that
when? Yeah. Okay. So when Green Bay drops the pick six, when Green Bay drops pick six, this is an easy.
Stephon Diggs dropped a bomb. Stephon Diggs dropped a bomb.
I'm surprised you're able to do this podcast without Kyle Shanahan's dick in your mouth right now. I mean,
oh my gosh, Kai Shanahan.
Yeah, good. Whatever.
You've said plenty of times that it says something about a team when they can win a game when they don't play. They didn't deserve.
Again, they weren't the better team. Okay. They got lucky. They got very lucky. Fine, they got very lucky. Play like that against Detroit. Play like that against Detroit and they'll lose.
When you're good,
play that against Detroit, they'll lose. Play like that against Detroit, they'll lose.
A lot of bad teams get lucky and still lose.
Fine, whatever.
All right, Detroit defeated Tampa by 8. A lot of folks are giving Tampa crap for not calling a timeout.
Didn't matter because it was again. If you fucking do the math, it wasn't going to matter. Who gives a shit? Todd Bowles also Todd Bowles is not a good coach anyway. Yeah, Detroit. If they had any semblance of a defense, I'd give them a shot this weekend. But their defense is so their secondary is so unbelievably bad. It is so unbelievably bad.
Yeah.
It's just not good. I mean, Baker looked great. Mike Evans looked great. And he even dropped passes. He could have had 200 yards receiving easy. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice story. I'm definitely rooting for Detroit, but it's going to be tough.
I saw Baker Mayfield's a hot offseason free agent target at quarterback for apparently.
He's not going anywhere. He's going to go back to Tampa.
Get re-signed. What kind of money is he going to get?
I mean, he's going to get like top 12, 15 quarterback money. I mean, he's had a great season. Like, you give me a fucking look. Like, what do you want me to say?
I'm not giving you a look.
What do you want to do? Go for Kyle Trask, who they wasted a second round pick on 3 years
no,
ago? Give me a break.
What I'm saying is, it's
the problem is they're in cap hell. That's their problem.
Yeah.
They're going to have to make the money work.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can, you have to bring Baker back. I mean, the guy, for all the shit that people love to give him, he had a great season this year.
Okay,
he really did.
So you're saying like what is that?
Like Daniel Jones, like he's a better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
So you're saying he's gonna get $40 million a year?
Again, would you rather have Daniel Jones or Baker Mayfield?
So let me ask you a question now. All right, so
oh my God, we're really gonna do this. You're gonna say
playing,
Daniel Jones. I can't do this anymore.
No, I'm saying you get selected as the general manager for your Miami Dolphins.
Fine.
Would you rather have Tua or Baker at $40 million?
Tua.
Okay.
Tua's a smarter quarter. I know Tua's a smarter quarterback. He's more. I think he's more consistent.
Okay.
He's way more accurate than Baker.
Okay, so you'd give.
He won't turn the ball.
So if you're going to give Baker 40, you're giving Tua 45.
I mean, that is the going rate of quarterbacks.
I'm just trying to.
I'm
benchmark.
not saying I would. Okay. Daniel Jones is not worth 40. That was just the Giants being fucking stupid and overpaying him.
Okay.
But Baker is in that. Like Baker's better than like Gardner Minshew and guys like that were making 13, 14. You act like 40 is crazy for quarterbacks. Backups are making like 12.
Okay, I would say, but there's a huge gap between
like
30 and 13 and 40.
I would give Baker like 30.
Okay.
Oh, so you wouldn't? You're right.
No,
so
I would. I'm just wondering where your head's at. That's all.
I'm not. Again, you're asking me, is Baker better than Tua? No, he's not.
Okay.
You think he is? Obviously, you're truly going to argue that he's better than Tua. So
I don't. I'm not saying any of that. Okay.
Fine.
And then the night game, KC squeaks by Buffalo. Buffalo misses a field goal at the end.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, Tyler Bass had a great year. He's one of the best kickers in football. Now you got fucking Bills fans being like, cut his ass. Fucking morons. They're fucking idiots. Maybe how about get rid of Stephon Diggs, who dropped like multiple passes.
Yeah,
isn't it just me? Is it just me or does Stephon Diggs always whine and always has that stupid look on his face when he's not getting targeted? Yet he was targeted like 9 times this game and had 3 fucking catches.
Yeah.
Maybe step the fuck up. If you're supposed to be this top 10 receiver, which he is, maybe don't suck in the most important game. How about don't let Khalil Shakir outplay you? Because he did.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, like, it was not Tyler Bass's fault, but, like, the Chiefs are the new Patriots. Mahomes is the new Brady. That's it. Like, they're not going to, like, this was the time to get them. And now, like, if Kelsey retires, the problem is, you don't think Kansas City's going to draft a receiver with their first-round pick? Yes, they will. Like, they're going to get better at wide receiver. Yes, I think Kelsey is on not on his last legs, but Kelsey's probably towards the end of his career. But, like, they're going to be fine. And all those people who are like, oh, Mahomes is making too much money. You don't think he'll do what Brady used to do? Of course he will. He'll renegotiate so that they can get better players. This was the year to get them. And people didn't. Dolphins, Bills, they didn't get them. So yeah.
Okay. So
great. I mean, it was great. It was a great game. But yeah, people like Bass had to deactivate all of his social media because Bills fans are psychos. Like, where would they be without Tyler Bass? Where would they be without Tyler Bass? They would have won all their games. What if their kicker was Anders Carlson and not Tyler Bass? They would have made the playoffs probably.
Yep, they would have been like
you know what? How about this? Cut Tyler Bass and the Dolphins will pick him up in 2 seconds and cut Jason Sanders. So, like, give me a fucking. You know how many teams would take Tyler Bass as their kicker? Moron fans, man. Seriously.
But kickers
idiots.
get disrespected and people.
No, I'm aware,
fall
but
out
sometimes
of
they
them.
do. Anders Carlson missed like 6 extra points and God knows how many field goals. That guy didn't deserve to be the kicker. Tyler Bass was one of the best. Tyler Bass was probably like the 3rd best kicker in football, maybe 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, fuck it. Like, Bills fans, and then it's like, oh, Bills fans donated $50,000 to his favorite charity. Yeah, you're the same Bills fans that were shitting on him the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah, be nice.
So, but whatever. It was a great game. I mean, it was what we expected.
Yeah. Well, good. Coming up this weekend.
Fine. Let's go through this quick because I want to go through our Mount Rushmore shit. No, because I want to do our Mount Rushmore.
Oh, you're just teasing things people don't know about.
Yes,
all right, so coming up this Sunday, we have KC at Baltimore. Baltimore's 3.5 point favorites.
I'm rooting for Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, not because I really want Baltimore, but because like I don't love dynasties because it's not fun. But if I was betting this, I'd probably bet Kansas City because getting them at plus number. I mean, really, you're not going to take Kansas City at a plus number. But I think Baltimore is a much better team than Buffalo. They're much healthier. Buffalo's also super just banged up beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
I think Baltimore's going to win the game. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, though. I really do.
That's good. Yeah.
But I think Baltimore, it's close. I think it is like a 1 to 3 point game, honestly.
Yeah, Baltimore is the most complete team in the playoffs. And I think that
I don't think Kansas City's going to be able to.
it's going to be a 2 to 3 point game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Detroit's at San Francisco. You love Detroit. It's your favorite team.
No,
San Francisco's 7-point favorites, though.
I'll say this. If Debo's out, I think Detroit has a chance. If Debo plays, this is a blowout. This is a 31-17 game. If Debo plays.
And
if
I'm
Debo doesn't,
he's 50-50 whether he's
I'm saying you don't. I know you don't agree with me. If Debo is there. Debo is the guy. Is like the math.
He's the X factor.
Yes, because I do think Detroit can move the ball and can do some things, but I don't know how they're going to stop him if Debo's playing. I really don't. So I think it's going to be a San Francisco Baltimore Super Bowl. The 2 number 1 seeds. Kind of boring. There's a rematch of what? How many years ago? 10.
Okay, I mean, is that
8
really
years
boring?
ago?
No one remembers that.
I'm just saying it's like the 2.
Who even won that Super Bowl? No one can remember.
Yes, we can. It was San Francisco. I know it was Baltimore, right?
Isn't that Kaepernick? Kaepernick was the quarterback for San
Francisco. Baltimore won it. Baltimore won.
And there was a power outage. I remember the power went out, and then you threw my crock pot on the floor in disgust, and it shattered everywhere.
That makes sense. Yeah, seems logical.
Sounds good. All right, so Baltimore, San Francisco, and the championship.
It's my guess.
Very good. Okay, so the other day we were talking about who the worst coaches of all time for our favorite teams. Our favorite teams.
The reason I brought this up to you was because the Washington Wizards went through a week where they were dominated by the worst team in the NBA and then played the second worst team in the NBA, who was the third worst offensive team in the NBA, and proceeded to give up 131 points to that team. Mm-hmm. So that's why it got me thinking.
Yeah.
So,
that's
yes,
good.
I was doing my Mount Rushmore for my teams of the worst coaches I've had to deal with.
Yeah, so let's...
My first 3 are easy for myself.
Okay, let's hear them.
Okay. Number 1.
And these are in no particular order. This is just straight, it's the heads on the mountain.
Mm-hmm. So Willie Taggart. Florida State. Willie Taggart. Everyone thought when Jimbo left, it's this guy, he's a Florida guy. He wants to be here, this, that, and the other. Oh, he's gonna kill it in recruiting. Nothing could have been further from the truth. This guy was a fucking disaster from the word go. From the first game of the year, which was a Monday, a Labor Day game against Virginia Tech. I think they lost by 4 touchdowns. They had a game against Boise State where they had a 3 touchdown lead at home to Boise State in September, where you think, oh, Florida, hot. They lost to Boise State at home. They were horrific under him. He was a joke. His recruiting was terrible. The guys he recruited were bad apples all over the place. Mm-hmm. There were stories academically, it was terrible. It was just a joke from the word go. Thank God they got rid of him. And finally this season, they're done paying his buyout. Mm. So he's off the books forever. He's one of my heads.
Okay.
Number 2 head.
Do I get to go back and forth? Is that fun?
Yeah, we can go back and forth. That's fine.
All right. My number 1 worst coach in my team's history is one from Glen Rock, Pennsylvania, Randy Edsall. Might be the worst coach and worst person that the state of Maryland, at least the University of Maryland's ever seen. He came in, I was looking at his numbers. He was only at Maryland from 2011 to 2015. It felt like a lifetime. Coming off the heels of Ralph Friedgen, who had multiple 10-win seasons, Randy came in and ran off his ACC Rookie of the Year quarterback, Danny O'Brien, who transferred to Wisconsin. Ran off DJ Adams, who had double-digit touchdowns at running back, and proceeded to have mediocre season after mediocre season with terrible results, which eventually led to him leaving midway through the 2015 season. But yet, 2-10, 4-8, 7-6, 7-6. 2-4. Go from good to great. Fuck you, Randy Edsall.
One more thing about Willie Taggart. He did not recruit like Lamar Jackson and Michael Penix Jr., who both want to go to Florida State. Just want to point that out.
Fantastic.
So that was smart.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Scott Brooks for our Washington Wizards. Really, the only reason they hired him was because they thought they had like a chance to get Kevin Durant in that, what was it, 2016, right? Isn't that when they hired him, 2016, 2015?
Yeah.
And we proceeded, you and I as fans, to watch this moron run some of the worst lineups we've ever seen. You and I can both remember what was it, Neto and what did he run? Like 3 point guards? He would run 3 point guard lineups?
Neto, Ish Smith, and
somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just some of the worst rotations we've ever seen. It wasn't good. He was not, for the amount of money that they gave him, he was just dog shit.
Yeah.
And he always had that stupid Scott Brooks look on his face. He was not good. Mm-hmm. So Scott Brooks on my list. He's on yours, so I mean, he's on yours, I assume. So, right?
Yeah, he was. What I think the biggest tragedy with Scott Brooks is this terrible coaching skills. Is he actually, I think, is a nice person. The
problem was they also they didn't interview anybody else. I think,
yeah,
and they were just so locked in because they're like, oh, we're gonna get a meeting with Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant did not even take a meeting with the team, even though Scott Brooks was his former coach at OKC.
Yeah, and he also he presided over a lot of wasted talent.
Yeah. He would not play any young guys. He just would always play veterans.
The thing that was frustrating,
shocker.
The thing that's frustrating, which will contrast to this year, is they really could have done better, but because of the bad coaching,
he was just bad. Again, look at the money he made. He was making so much money at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's our number 2.
That's your number 2.
Our number 2. I think our number 3 will be, well,
you go. I guess you co-opted my number 2.
Yeah, well,
so you go number 3 now.
Wes Unseld Jr. I mean, this is a no-brainer. I think we can both agree, he was given the job, not mainly because of his name, but that helped.
Didn't hurt.
He's known as a defensive coach coming from Denver, where everyone in Denver spoke up highly about him. Maybe it was a way to get him the hell out of there. Mm-hmm. But, our defense has been worse every single year, I believe.
Yeah.
His rotations, just like the previous coach,
they're
some
worse.
of the shittiest, the worst rotation. Also, this man has presided over so many blown double-digit leads. I believe he's the coach of a team that blew a 39-point lead or something at home. Mm-hmm. Was that the Clippers game? Just multiple double-digit lead blown after double-digit lead blown.
Can't close.
Have you ever seen a coach show less emotion than this motherfucker?
I don't think he's gotten one technical.
No, he got one. No, he did. He got one a couple weeks ago. He did. He's gotten 1 or 2. He lets veterans, just like the previous coach, get away with murder. Again, you've heard the term. I do think he is a nepo baby. I do. I think if his name was Wes Jones, there's no chance in hell he would have gotten the job. He's dog shit. I mean, he is a horrible coach. He doesn't give answers for anything. It's just you would think a team with 7 wins would change at the lineup. Nope. Just doesn't. Just runs the same fucking lineup out there every game.
And the same rotations.
Same rotations. Well, pretty much the same rotations every single time. It's just, he's clueless. And it's good. Yes, I get it. Oh, well, we're going to lose games, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You also want to have a culture of not being complete dog shit. And this guy has shown nothing, with no culture. So,
yeah,
you can go with your number 3.
One of the things with Wes Unseld Jr. is the same. But I think one of the things that's frustrating is just the made up answers that don't make sense. I heard a discussion with getting Bagley, and they're like, well, what's going to be a challenge of stepping out there? And he was like, the defensive terminology and assignments. And it's you guys have the worst defense. You have the worst defense in basketball. And if it's so confusing, maybe you should simplify it. Right. So there's some things like that, it's no matter what, that first TV timeout, they pulled Denny, he could have 8 points in 5 minutes and he's out. And it's just, there's no creativity.
Terrible. He's just bad. And not only that, they picked up his option. So it's we're stuck with him. Well, if it goes as bad as it goes this year, there's a chance he could be gone. But there's a chance we get him for a 4th
and
fucking year.
Yeah.
No, I want to say, so today, and we're going to get into, Adrian Griffin was fired today from the Milwaukee Bucks. First year coach. Now, probably because Giannis wanted him gone, whatever. He was 30-13. And you know what the Bucks ownership said? Not good enough, because our guys want him. Nobody speaks up in this town wanting this guy gone. It's just But why would they? Why would Kyle Kuzma or Jordan Poole ever be like, I want this guy gone? Because they don't care, because Kyle Kuzma could murder somebody and West would be like, that's fine.
Or just be like 4 for 14 shooting and still get
Doesn't
to play.
matter. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Bilal could be 6 for 8 and they could have like a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. But nope, gotta bring back Kuzma. If he, like you said, if he's shooting 4 for 32.
Yep.
So that's that. This one, my fourth is going to be a little bit of an outside the box one.
All right, let's hear.
You probably think, I'm going Leonard Hamilton. I can't.
No, you can't. He's won games. He's been good. You just
this
hate
one's
him now.
a weird one. I told you off camera, whatever, I was going to take Joe Philbin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was just boring.
You pivoted.
I'm pivoting. Now, it is a Dolphins coach. It's Brian Flores. Now, you're going to say, Adam, but Adam, Brian Flores had winning records when he was with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. The man had the personality of sandpaper. That's number one. Number two, he did his best to sabotage our franchise quarterback. There are stories out there that this man just did not want Tua. He did everything he could to fuck with Tua.
Mm-hmm.
And when you draft, if you're not on the same page when you're drafting in the top 5 for a franchise quarterback, and he just would go out of his way to just disparage the guy. And Tua even talks about it on the Hard Knock shows. How much more comfortable he is now under the new coaching regime. He had no personality. He thought he was he thought he was Belichick because he came from the Patriots coaching tree. Again, having no personality doesn't help you. So I mean, that's my number 4. It's a crazy one, but it's Brian Flores.
I mean, that's interesting because he basically
I know it's
has the
outside the
same
box,
record as McDaniel.
but it's like, what else am I going to choose? I don't like Leonard Hamilton, but like, I can't pick against Leonard, right? Am I really going to pick Leonard Hamilton?
He's won a lot of games.
Like him.
He's won a lot of games.
Saying,
I know. Recently, he's run out of gas. Yeah.
Right, but he's also I don't like the guy. But yeah, that's my pick, Brian Flores. So you're number 4. I'm sure it'll be some boring ass Orioles coach like Johnny Oates or something. But go ahead.
I like Johnny Oates. No, rest in peace.
What is it? Ray Missoula or something? I don't know.
No.
If you pick Dale Hunter, I'm done with you. Dale Hunter, really?
My number 4.
I want to hear this,
and I'll explain. Is old ball coach Steve Spurrier, and here's why. No one has brought to the heralded profession of professional football coach for the NFL such lazy atmosphere and behavior, and just didn't care as he did in his 2 seasons in Washington.
What did you think you were getting from a guy that like?
I didn't sign him. All I'm saying is that he came in wanting to run Florida Gators football with his old.
He signed every Gator player.
It was like he was like an embarrassing person in your fantasy football league who picked up all the players.
And we have lots of those.
He brought a certain layer of mediocrity at results with lack of effort and interest in the profession. So to that, I say, it's this classic Snyder wasting our time kind of bit, but it was definitely a embarrassing thumb in the nose of fans who want at least you can suck. Look,
but you know why he took the job?
Because money.
It was money. Like,
right.
I'm sure. I don't know what he got.
Right.
When he was with the Commanders.
Regardless, collecting checks is great, but like put in an effort. Like say what you will about the other coaches who suck. Like Jim Zorn sucked, but he tried hard. I think. He just didn't know what he's doing. He's a boob. I don't blame him for being a boob, but Spurrier is like, he should have done better, but he literally didn't care.
I just didn't know what you think. I don't know what you thought you were getting from a guy that just is college football. He was never a pro.
Well, I think
certain guys that are just not pro guys.
I think he thought he was going to have a good time and it was all going to work out like being at Florida. And shocker.
Yes, but signing every single former Florida player isn't like the key to winning.
Oh, and also like he didn't appreciate the talent disparity you have coming from an elite college franchise going to a middling NFL franchise. You don't have the same disparity. I feel like Jim Harbaugh is going to see the same thing shortly, but I
disagree with you there. Jim Harbaugh is one in the NFL. And Jim Harbaugh, no, I disagree with you 1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%.
Well, he also is a hard worker. But regardless, so that's Spurrier gets the last spot. It was a hard pick because, no one, Randy Edsall has me blocked on Twitter. So nobody else boils my blood like Edsall. But everyone else is like, you know what? The thing with the Wizards, especially the guys we mentioned, is the wasted talent that they saw when they had Brooks, and then just like the complete buffoonery with Unseld is just like frustrating.
I knew we were going to pick the two same. Obviously, we had talked about this, but like, it is what it is. Like, my number one would be Taggart if I had to just rank them because of just like Florida State just lost a national championship coach. Oh, Willie Taggart was kind of the hot guy, and then like he just ruined Florida State. I mean, and we are just now. Think about it. Willie Taggart was the coach up until like 2019. So it took us 5 years to get out of like the Willie Taggart malaise.
I mean,
like, this man fucking ruined. He ruined literally one of the top 15 programs in college football history.
Yeah,
he ruined.
Speaking of, I'd like to bring in a. I didn't put this gentleman as in the Mount Rushmore, but DJ Durkin gets an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna have Durkin.
I was going to, but I didn't want to have
somebody. Murder somebody.
He did kill someone, and his negligence and
who cares? I had two Wizards coaches. Who cares? You could have had two fucking Maryland people.
I read the rules. I read the rules, but
I thought you'd have
Durkin. And Durkin set the franchise back 5 years too, but so did Edsel. It was like one dug the hole, the other one dug it deeper.
I'm also, you know what? Another honorable mention for you, and then we'll get off this. I thought you might say Turgeon, but you know,
no, he was mediocre.
All right, that's fair.
But that's he was what they were expecting. The rules of Maryland sports is don't get in trouble, don't kill anyone. So,
but Maryland fans also think they're a lot better than they are, and you know this. You know I'm right on that one. Maryland fans think that they're a lot higher than they are. Not you. I'm saying there are Maryland.
Well,
fans
I mean, everyone has hope, right? Like,
but Maryland has always been like, oh, well, we're a basketball school, and
I always tell you we're a football school.
Okay.
Except for when we lose, and I say we're a basketball school. We're really a women's soccer school. That's our women's sport.
You're a women's. No, we're a women's soccer school. We won a national championship. We won a national championship in women's soccer.
Cool.
All right, so that's that. Let's see what else. Anything? The New Hampshire primary was tonight. You care about that?
Biden won and Trump won, but Trump only won by like a few points, which is like should be troubling for him.
Right, and apparently, I sent you so much. We sent each other so much shit this week. He has dementia. I mean, it's a no-brainer. We all know this. I know everyone gives a shit about our political talk. He has dementia.
Well, since I blocked Carson, no one cares about it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's something. There's something specifically wrong with you if you get blocked on YouTube. That's how you know you've reached
why don't you
a
tell
level.
everyone? Did you tell everyone? Yeah, you didn't tell everyone about that, did you?
Well, let's just say like. We recently started doing the YouTube side because I feel like that's a good choice.
Good engagement.
And Carson, who is the subject of our One Republican series that we did about 3.5 years ago,
right?
He posted a lot of bad stuff in the comments, and I felt it was dragging down the engagement of the. I'd rather have no comments than his comments.
Not only
I blocked him.
This guy was such a loser. He would listen to our show that he hates, just so that when we talk about his cult leader and said shit that was true about him, he would then comment. It's just
I appreciate someone's commitment to spend 30 minutes.
Sure.
I mean, maybe, let's say at 1.5 speed. So 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah.
You're listening to the thing and you're enjoying it.
Your boy he's got severe dementia. I mean, it's bad.
Well, he mixed up.
Oh, by the way, did you know that we fought World War II and World War I at Fort Benning? Did you know that?
It did. Those names on the forts that were in America.
But wait. But don't worry, because if he took an aptitude test, he would beat I don't know if you also know this part. He's the smartest man alive.
He passed 2 dementia tests recently. So my question is
giraffe, whale, lion.
Well, my question is, you shouldn't be bragging that you've recently taken another cognitive test for stroke. That also, seems like a weird humble brag.
Do you know my favorite thing with I've heard people say this, where it's like Biden's too old to run for president. Mm-hmm. He's 81. Yes, that is old. I agree. Yeah. Very old. We're acting like Trump is 47.
Yeah.
The motherfucker is good, 77 years old, and people are acting like, yeah, he's in perfect shape. Are you fucking kidding me?
And he looks like death. He looks like
death.
Yeah.
And also Trailer Trash Green, one of your favorites, was bragging that Biden did not win the write-in vote in New Hampshire.
But he did.
So I know. And then her loser boyfriend was laughing, who's going to report that? They are. But you know what else I love, by the way?
What's that?
I will give, Chris Christie's an idiot, and Nikki Haley's worthless, but at least they kind of take shots. at him. Like, these Republicans are fucking losers.
Yeah.
Like, Trump could literally say, I think you're a fucking loser. I'm going to kill your entire family. Do you know what they'll say? Well, please, what will they say? Go ahead. What will they say?
I imagine they would say something like, the president has complete immunity and is what he does.
What they say is anyone but Biden. It's like, you have no morals. Like, what is wrong with you people?
No,
like, stick up for your. Is being the treasurer of the secretary that important to you?
I don't know.
Whatever. Secretary of the Treasury. You know what I meant to say. Secretary of the Treasury. Is it that important to you to have a cabinet position that you are just like, fuck it, I'm going to get rid of all my morals?
Yeah,
really?
I feel like at this point, those major players get like cushy gigs doing whatever anyway. So why would you debase yourself to then have to do work that probably sucks?
But it's like the funniest part about the whole thing, and then we'll end. It's just like they just kowtow to him like he's got. It's like what's going to happen if you stick up for yourself? Nothing's going to happen to you.
Nothing.
What's going to happen?
Well,
to you?
if he wins, he gets to round you up into the camps and stuff.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. How can I forget? We're all going to get wrapped. Oh, well, also, are you excited for the dome like in The Simpsons we're going to be getting?
Yeah. Well, his spoken platform is he's going to round people up and put them in the camps.
No, I just want to know about the dome. So how's the dome going to work? We're going to have to go to Dome Depot, in the Simpsons movie.
I mean, he not to defend what he was saying. I think he just mangled trying to talk. I think he was trying to describe a memory of someone explaining the Israeli Iron Dome system to him.
Oh, okay.
The problem with that is the Israeli Iron Dome covers a territory the size of New Jersey.
But he wants to have a dome that covers the entire United States.
The entire United States is not a sustainable.
Yeah. Oh, it's not sustainable. But wait, I thought he's also going to end the war in Iran within 2 weeks. We're going to have healthcare in 2 weeks under him, right? He's going to end Russia, Ukraine within a day, right?
Well, he could do that by saying no more Ukraine aid and then it's over. What's
okay?
And also, it
doesn't matter because he's not winning, right? We both agree he's not winning. He's not winning.
I don't know how he wins, but
I don't either.
That being said, you the listener out there, if you've made it this far, please don't get sleepy out there. Don't just trust that it's going to happen. Please vote. Please. Do your best to promote
in
and
Maryland,
campaign.
If you live in Maryland,
don't care. Still vote.
No, I get it. I'm just saying.
And then spend, if you can volunteer some time to do the text.
Also,
text
listeners,
poll,
if you've gotten here, we want you to give us your list of your Mount Rushmore of shitty coaches that you've had to endure. Yeah. As well.
Who's your most hated coach? What's your?
Well, it's not even mostly just just the coach that you just pissed you off or you that you hated for. For your time in any sport. Don't care.
Any sport.
I'm sure you'll have a couple of similar ones that we did. So,
yeah, lots of sports have been done in the whole time of the world. So I'm sure you can find a couple that you disliked. All right, I'm gonna press the button that says music. There we go. For Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.